No, he didn't. Girl. Yes, he did. He did.
And him always did. Always. Welcome to the podcast, Oh No Girl Yes. So happy you have joined us. Make sure you are subscribed to everywhere you can find Oh No Girl Yes. That means all podcast platforms, including YouTube. And you can see this video. If you're used to listening to us, you can see it. But you know what? Don't let this be the episode you start looking, because I ain't even trying, because it's raining in California. But if you're going to want to look at us, go back to something. And don't go back to nothing from California. Okay. I like the season 3 and 2 when I had my hair care products in my home. Okay.
Pandemic year was a good year.
Pandemic. You know, I was having braids and locks and twists and ponytails, and now I'm in California with a scully. We have transitioned to something new, okay? But you can comment on our YouTube videos, and that's a great way to engage with us if you enjoy or even hate the topic. If you hate it, you know, free speech and everything, tell somebody else. Okay. So anyway. And don't forget, we have Patreon, where you get more behind the scenes dish and dirt on what's really going on with us, because we have always been hyper vigilant about protecting the not so innocent.
They're not innocent at all.
At all.
But we just be trying to be patriotic.
You know, we just, you know, we're good people. That's really what I'm trying to say. So let's talk about this. We both spoke about this a little bit earlier this week. It's what a lot of men have been talking about this week, and that is another man's wife. All right, yet again, people have so much to say about Ciara. That is the wife of Russell Wilson. That is not the wife of nobody but Russell Wilson. I have not seen Russell Wilson say anything about Ciara this week. However, I've seen a lot of other men who are not married to Ciara say a lot about Ciara. Now, you are not familiar, you may have seen the meme, and there's a very sheer dress that Ciara wore to the Vanity Fair Oscar parties this past week. And what's interesting is, if you Google Vanity Fair Oscar party, or you see anything from the party, the theme was like sheer, naked.
Everybody barely there was the
thing. So everybody had on barely their outfits. What's odd is a woman that is standing there in her barely there outfit with her husband is getting all of this hate and judgment. Now, last week's episode was corny or nah? Yo, that's corny, son.
Right, you're right.
That's corny. This is what we was talking about. Why do you think, Robin, why do you think, even me saying your name right now, y'all, I'm sorry, I just had a memory flashback. We used to never say our name on the podcast because we were sneaking and doing it at work.
At work.
So just now when I said your name, I almost was about to say, oh, I'm about to edit that out.
But now we got our faces out too, so it doesn't matter.
It's free. We
quit our jobs. Yes.
Yeah, we quit our jobs. Okay, so anyway, when I said her name, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Robin, why do you think men have to say what they say, if it's specific to this week, if it's specific to this woman, or just about other men's wives in general? Give me your take, friend.
I had a good one when I woke up this morning, and God must have took it away from my spirit because it was ugly. Can't even remember what I woke up with.
Posted about, Lord, they down here worried about other folks' wives.
I did post it on my Facebook. I said, Lord, they down here worrying about other people's wives again, not their own now. It's always from a place of insecurity, self-insecure. Like, I'm just not secure with me and my manhood and the things that I can do as a man, blah, 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 that you're projecting. I saw so many pictures of people in the comments, and even making their own posts, posting the picture of Ciara and Russell Wilson and saying, look at his face. He doesn't even look happy. Like, how?
Looking at one picture.
From one frame.
A frame that was like a live action moment.
How do you come up with this? It has to come from a place of misery.
Of self-contempt. It has to come from a place of, I hate myself so much that I assume everybody else hates their life. And even though I see them being rich and beautiful and holding hands and kissing and making beautiful babies and families and giving to the community and staying together, even though I see that, because I hate myself so much, I assume everybody having a bad time like me.
People hate their lives too. Because
people hate their lives.
Really, he is not happy with Ciara.
Oh my God. He is so
my God.
With that beautiful woman by his hot side. He is, like, you could just see it. Did you see that picture? He cannot stand his life. Now, what I saw was a man holding his wife's hand, going to a party that none of us was invited to. Knowing he got the baddest girl, knowing that she turning heads, knowing that she can do this thing. Guess what? If I go to a barely there event today, you know me, it might be a sheer Oxford shirt.
Sheer Oxford.
Sheer Oxford button down.
Oxymoron.
Okay. So I'm saying I can see a woman who has physically given birth to children say, yes, I can do this. And I'm like, yes, you can. You are literally doing that. And that's not even just based saying on her size. I'm saying what I would feel comfortable in, because I'm hyper, I'm a prude, right? But for me to be someone who, as a comedian, or even when I used to work with men and working in sports and athletics, I always downplayed my femininity, always downplayed my sexuality. You and I have had this conversation 1,000 times, because sometimes I'm like, oh my God, it's too much. You like, good, it ain't nothing.
I swear she be risque out here in these streets. And I'd be like, girl.
Showing so much skin. Y'all, wait, look at all this neck. Look at all this neck I'm giving y'all. I'm like, you almost get a little décolletage. Okay. Even me being this way, I thought Sierra looked beautiful. I thought she facilitated the theme. I thought, man, her husband getting out. I didn't think nothing about this lady and her marriage, this lady and her morals, this lady and her children's feelings. I just said, she did that. And I went on to the next thing. It wasn't until I saw the pictures of her 25 million more times that I'm having to actually read the caption, because I'm like, yes, everybody see she slayed. Oh, everybody share this picture. And I'm like, wait, that's not what,
that's not what they were saying.
That's not what we're saying.
But here's the thing, fellas, about morals.
Fellas, listen up.
You reminded me of something, another thought I had. How are you out here sleeping with so many women, not using condoms, spreading all kinds of diseases around,
and babies,
and having babies with everybody? How dare you open your mouth to speak about a woman's morals because of what she's wearing? Because I see y'all on Facebook. I see y'all. And I know what y'all be doing.
Maternity court. And let me tell you something. I don't know if I told you maternity court to have you in the chokehold since I'm in California. I've never seen that show before. And just like what you said, whatever man this woman said, and I know he my baby daddy, I wasn't with nobody else. And then he called her all kinds of holes and the neighborhood run through. And the judge always says, well, excuse me, you the one to slept with her unprotected. So why is you going so hard in on her? And all of them do it. And it's like, but wait, if you in maternity court, he was there with me. So whatever you said about me, we did it together. And it's so weird, the whole moral conversation. Y'all, it's some of the most horrible people taking up the first 18 pews on most Sunday mornings.
Yeah. Or the pulpit.
In it. With the collar. In it.
So let's just slow the moral talk down a little bit. Let's just let that go.
And as a woman who identifies as a Christian, but also subscribes to no religion, I realize I identify as a Christian because hashtag really don't know that much better. Okay.
The best option. Dang it.
Well, it's what I was brought up on. I ain't gonna lie.
I know.
It's a whole nother conversation for another day. But when I consider myself being not religious, a lot of times people who be touting Christianity, I be thinking I can't be a Christian. I must not be a Christian.
I obviously don't relate to them, right?
Because I know I be saying that because I just ain't researched nothing else to call myself. But I'm just saying, y'all, I just hashtag I ain't came up with nothing better to call it. Okay. I always identify as Christian, but I'm more spiritual.
No, Christians. Religion in general, but religion will make you question what's going on, like what's this about. But anyway, that's we said that's another topic for another
another day. So I've seen people do that in the name of Christianity.
There are a couple of things. Okay, back to Sierra and them. There are a couple of things that really upset me about this. This is not, we're not a Black podcast, but we are Black women who podcast. And so we talk about Black issues a lot of times. And what really, I hate to see us so fixated on tearing Black women down.
Always.
It bothers me.
Well, let me tell you.
Or pitting.
Tearing women down. It's the fact that it's not even gleamed as that.
No, it's not. Well, that's the truth. They don't see it that way. Yeah. But and then I saw another post. Somebody posted Savannah James, LeBron James's wife, at that same party. She had a pretty white dress on, blah, blah, blah. And posted her next. And I don't like y'all pitting us against each other either. That's not cute.
It's not. It's not.
This is how a real wife should dress.
Oh, I
But you
saw
ain't never had a wife, so how you gonna tell
wife.
me
This is
how?
how a wife should dress with her husband. Again, you still ain't been invited to this party. Neither one of these people know you. You don't have a shot with either one of them. And most of these dudes, I don't know if they be wanting the dude or the woman. Like they obsessed with somebody other than their own that they see in the mirror. And
somebody said the children were better off with Future.
What did I just hear in my head? I believe the children are our future. Not really, guys. Future just got a lot of children. The point is, you don't see people taking the time and energy to compare the 10 million white women on the red carpet, but you'll compare the 3 black women that got invited.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's old, it's played out, it's tired. And what's crazy again is this is time you won't get back in your life. Right. And so when you're looking at another man's wife, or as I saw women saying it too, if you
I did.
Person, you're looking at any person doing something that you claim you wouldn't do. Hey, don't do it then. Let me see. Show me the pitch. Show me what you wore on that red carpet. I felt the same way when somebody say something about somebody's Super Bowl show. Show us the tape from when you did it. Remind us how you killed the Super Bowl.
How it's supposed to be done.
You're speaking from a point of experience, I guess. And this ain't just an opinion. You offering your actual perspective. So perspective can only be offered from an experience.
Right.
And I think a lot of people, when they say I'm offering my perspective, you're not. You offering an uneducated opinion, which is also free.
It's free.
You don't have.
You know what I thought when I saw Sierra in that dress?
Huh?
My first thought was I could never, and it wasn't a place of hate. It was, girl, you look good.
And that's what I'm saying. If I got a party, girl, I'm gonna have on some.
Had a baby to the fifth.
She done had 2-3 babies physically.
I could never. This belly of mine would never let me.
And listen, when I saw Sierra, I was thinking, oh, and she already got her for the evening with her. She got to go scour it up. She got to stop feeling amazing to lower her standards to get some tonight. Yes, sis. Yes. She had a good night. That's what
she did. She did. And she killed. She slayed. I'm sorry.
And guess what? As a former publicist, keep my client's name in your mouth.
Please, and thank you.
Because y'all look goofy. And it's so weird how broken so many people are that when we see a married couple attending events together, celebrating together. You know, Sierra has always been a great dancer and entertainer. If she does a TikTok video where she dance whatever, she not no Christian, is she supposed to be a wife? Y'all, I am a professional entertainer. My husband met me and he saw a good thing. And that's why I'm his wife. And all conversations I would have with me, I'm not even going to have with him about me. So why the hell would y'all think y'all would talk to me about me when me and my husband ain't having conversations about me?
Well, we know Russell picked out the dress and said, what at?
Well, the thing is, it's, you know what I'm saying? They didn't went to the fittings. He didn't been there while they was... He was not surprised that his wife dressed to the theme. And again, y'all, it's for the specific event. It was what? Barely There?
Barely There. That was the theme.
All of them had on sheer outfits. Everybody went to that party that mostly that followed the theme. That was the theme of the party. And she did.
And so y'all stop making these men victims and all that. Like, stop that. He is proud of his wife.
He's very proud of his wife, and this is no shade.
Stop projecting your insecurities on
him. For women. Right. Let me say this. This ain't no shade, but it's in my experience, and this is me perspective. I just ain't never seen no man who love his wife, is excited about his wife, who is attracted to his wife, who has a wife on the internet talking about somebody else's wife. I just ain't never seen them things coexist. It's
a couple of them, but not most times it's not.
But yeah, most of the time they ain't got no wife. They don't like their wife.
Right.
Women's bodies, so their wife probably already hate them because they didn't tore her down because they on the internet talking about a woman they don't know.
No, very true.
I would think it's for women to talk about women they don't know on the internet, you know. But the fact that so many men readily do it and share it and kiki and laugh.
Put that in the group chat. Don't nobody want to hear that.
Say about tearing women down. They don't process it as that. They process it, I'm being funny, or everybody, or they the one wore it. They the one in public. They the one did it. And it's like, but what are you getting out of offering such a negative thought and opinion and judgment on a person you don't know?
Yeah, I
Now we
don't
got to
hate
grow
it.
out of that. Now, I don't know if I've ever shared this on the podcast, but we family. So my dream for myself is that when I pass away and I come back in my next life, I pray that I get to come back as a moose in
Oh
Antarctica.
God. Oh God.
It's times like this is where I just say, Lord, if you can let me get on that moose life though, I'll never have a conversation about other people having conversations about stuff they shouldn't be having conversations about again. Let me get in that moose life. I got another friend, she won't be a tree. So sometimes we'll share TikToks and stuff like this with each other, and we just put hashtag moose tree. Because there's got to be a better way to live. I think a moose is it. That's what I've come up with. But anyway, pray for my moose life, my moose afterlife. But also, just think about it. If you are on listening to this podcast or watching us on YouTube, leave us a comment. Have you made a negative comment about Sierra or some other woman? Can you justify why you do it outside of, oh, well, they're public figures? And could you imagine everything you do, whether it was your hair, whether it was your makeup, whether it was your clothes, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your children, that someone thinks because you perform well or wrote a book or wrote a song or did a dance, that now that means you are available to be unfairly and unjustly judged, criticized, ostracized for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Leave that in the comments. I don't know if y'all understood what the question was. Leave it in the comments. Because I look at since I've been in LA a little over a month, and the Oscars were last week, right? When I look at those people who were child stars who have grown up, a lot of them, that was their first recognition in the Oscars. And you think of how many years, and a lot of them spoke to it in their speeches, of how many years it took for them to stay encouraged, or who was that person that told them don't give up, and how hard it is to do anything, not even do it great. It's hard to do anything because that means you had to try.
Right.
The fact that it is a whole, like a majority of the country, sadly, will never try anything and will always have something negative to say about somebody who did. That's just, that sucks. I don't like that. Y'all stop it. I don't like, go try to do something. And then once you try to do something, guess what you're going to say? Ooh, I need to sit down somewhere and hush because I didn't realize how hard it is to try to do something.
And if you put yourself out there in the spotlight and people start having opinions about you, you'll start feeling differently about talking about people.
You will. Because now they don't know you. Y'all just going off of one clip. Y'all
not justified anymore. It's no longer justified when when they're talking about you. So shut up. Stop talking about people. They're doing better than you. That's the key word. That's the key phrase. Stop talking about people that's doing better than you.
A great philosopher once said, I've never seen a hater doing better than me. Like, because guess what?
Like, I get people.
My mentor. If you're doing better than me, you trying to help me. If you're doing better, trying to pull me up.
I get people gonna vent and stuff like that, but stop putting that negativity out in the air. Like, keep it to the group chat. Talk about your people, whatever. Just get it off your chest.
Me and my good friend, my good sis here, we will text and talk about anybody like a dog. That's all right. That's our privilege. We enjoy it sometimes. But you know what we not gonna do? Go on Beyonce's internet and go public and just be talking bad about people because we can, or because we thought it was funny, or because I know I ain't the only one who thought it, or because I got freedom of speech, or it's my right.
And giggles.
Come on, y'all, calm down. Get a friend. Call that friend, talk shit.
Because if I ever did that, I'd be like, girl, you ain't even doing half of what they doing. Why you fix your mouth?
I got a list of people I don't enjoy, I'm not fans of. Why would I then say, because guess what, the only reason I know I'm not a fan of them because they're doing something well enough for me to know who they are.
For me to notice it.
I know them. And you know how many people I have never heard of that I would also hate as well. So that means the ones that I know of have succeeded in something because I know about it. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Woo-saw. Anyway, 2 thumbs up for Sierra's outfit. 4 thumbs up for facilitating the theme. And I appreciate any woman who husband they appear to like. Again, that's a caveat. Husband they appear to like going out and having a good time on Oscar night. I'm sure they ate some delicious food, had some great drinks, saw some fun people. Like I think they probably had a great time that night. If I was going to assume something I didn't know about people I've never met and they got nothing to do with me, that's what they probably had a ball. Dig deep, folks. Do better. And yes, that is corny.
Deeper.
Part 2. Every episode will be like, and part 18 of Stop Being Corny. But we do want to hear your thoughts. So YouTube is the best place and best way to comment. Until next time, party people. Oh no, he didn't.
Girl, yes, he did.